I feel more successful about the block printing that I've been doing with this. Like that was one of the things that I threw these away tonight as part of the demonstration. Not these, it's less colors than this, but the block printing of um um not there wasn't a scene we were at, there was another scene at the base. The genesis of this was the first place that we landed where so this place that we landed, I'm gonna try to get it bigger. It was the very first place that we landed. We were there in the morning, and I was painting the scene in the oil painting. I feel like it focuses better there rather than way up close.
Yeah.
So I painted that scene. Alexandra was also dancing over there too. She danced at every place, but she used mainly three places for her editing and what worked because I'm sure there were people behind and whatnot, and there were people making noise. She probably could have got the ambient sound of the ice from some other place. But so I painted this, and then we went back, and then we came back there, and that time then I brought along the paper, the plastic, and my crayons because then I did rubbings. This is not. This is so tiny, but yeah, that's so unfocused. But the rubbings that I had done of this granite, that glacier, we were there in 2022, and that glacier that you see in the distance, which was similar to this glacier, but at a different location. That used to cover this island that we were on back in 2009. But in that amount of
Really?
time, it has receded that much.
Wow.
And so I had done this digital collage using the rubbing that I had done, making it a negative image, putting it on top of the image that I painted. So I liked that idea. Well, then I took that and did the block print, which was a combination of the draw. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that the camera is already set up to invert it. So it's the scene mostly carved in block print, but then this was more like based on the etching of the in the rock. And so I like the notion of it being put together.
So you
And
did the rubbing on a rock that was there.
yes,
And
yes. And so
with what kind of paper did you do the
yeah,
rubbing?
that was the trick. So you know how people might do like a rubbing on a headstone or
Yeah.
something. Well, of course, that headstone's dry at the time, right? Well, this rock was not dry, so I had to put down plastic first, like thin, like just like garment black, like which would get your dry cleaning or something, or maybe
Okay.
a little bit thicker than that, down thin enough that you could feel the texture through it, but that when I put the paper on top of that, that the paper would not just be soaking wet, right? Because the rock was wet.
Okay.
It's not like I could not dry off that rock, all the crevices and things. So anyhow, so I put plastic down first, then paper, and I think it was just this size paper, and then crayons, just kids, like very big crayons, like black, whatever. And so I probably got about 30 of those.
But a thin paper, or I mean, I've
It was,
never.
it was, it was like, it might have been, it was very similar to like just general sketch pad paper.
Okay. Okay.
And it was enough
I
that
thought
it,
maybe you had to use almost like tissue paper or
Yep,
something.
nope, nope. It was regular paper, and the
Okay.
plastic protected it from being shredded with the water. Uh, and somewhere I have a whole box of the things there. I was planning on using it as end papers for book sometime or whatever, potentially, or things like this. Uh,
I really
anyhow,
like all those textures you got on there.
yeah. And so this was me transferring the block print in, I'm sorry, the rubbing into block print and then rubbing it out. And it's different than I wasn't doing it as precise as I maybe could have. Uh, and so for tonight, and this test even was like I painted with the water-based ink. The water-based ink is fantastic. It is so much easier than whatchamacallit.
The alcohol.
Um, yeah, than the oil-based ink on block
Oh,
because this I carved it on this. Yeah, I've done it with the linoleum print or linoleum block. This is so much easier to carve. It's just rubber. I mean, you order it. It's easy carve rubber something or other. Um, but so much easier to carve than the linoleum. You don't have to heat it up with an iron or anything. You just carve on it. Uh, and it is starting to break down, but as any block print would, right?
what is
Um,
that made out of?
it's a it's rubber. Let me Google or find.
No, no, that's okay.
No, no,
But
no.
so
I'm just gonna call.
it's not a wood block.
No, this is not. This
It's
so
a
much
rubber
easier,
block.
cheap. Yep. Uh,
Okay.
Easy carve rubber block. It's
Okay.
easy carve rubber printing block. I just got it
Okay.
from Amazon. And it's not the speedball, it's not this pink thing. I don't like this pink stuff very much. I've tried it with that. Bob Pollard taught us with that, but there was another. Yeah, I should not have called it easy carb because that's what that thing calls it. This extra, nope, not extra soft. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the easy carve. I could likely send you the my Amazon.
But it's a gray color.
Yep, I guess if I put gray here, it would come up. And much easier. It's flat.
Oh,
I mean, it's
interesting.
very, it's thin.
What'd you carve with?
I did carve with the regular speedball, um, whatchamacallits, these things. They seem to, they're sharp as can be, so you definitely want to carve away from you. I'm sorry that they're all in the, these, whatchamacallit, these,
They're nibs,
yeah, they're nibs.
like you
The
would
one
use in
side,
ink, like if you were dipping in
yeah,
ink.
except these are not. Like if you look at the cross section, I'm not sure that the cross section is, this part is very sharp. That's like a knife. They're probably duller now.
Okay.
They do look like nibs, and they fit into this thing like you find where you put it and you get it in there and then you tighten it. But you typically want to carve away from you because it will. You could probably when they're brand new, like these probably wouldn't carve. You can barely see, and it's not going to focus close. Yeah, I mean they're different shapes. Like that is more of a V shape. This is quite small. Oops, let's see. All these, it's this document camera can't focus on.
Huh.
Um, like this is let's see, we're gonna do it off up here. So that, yeah, nope,
Huh.
that's not through. They uh
Interesting.
like a V, some of them are V, some of it is more like a rounder. The detail one is maybe about that big. Um, And I don't know what, I've not used this tool before. I think if you wanted to draw freehand lines, that thing, but I don't. I use, like when I carved the neighbor's block print, which is in the other room, I can go grab that guy. Um, that's what I used, and the straight lines were easy. So this was carved in a linoleum block. Um, so that was just, it's harder. I mean, it's nothing that can't be done. It's certainly a lot easier than woodblock, right? I mean, woodblock's crazy. I'm
Right.
not, and it's not like lithography. So the main body of the house when I had done it was carved. This was a block, like a wood block type of thing, that thick with the
Yeah.
linoleum on that side. This is harder. That's much harder to carve. This you could, I could carve, not carve, but I could dent with my fingernail.
Okay.
It's probably not as long lasting. And
Right.
uh, but the other thing that I found with this that I really liked was the notion that yes, you can carve it, which is fine, but you could also cut. Now this I haven't finished yet. I mean, I've done it. I've printed it once. I want to add more detail. In this case, I found I had a line like a liner that you would use for your shower if you were putting in a shower, like the
Yeah.
rubber liner. This is very thin. And so this, I transferred the design onto this. I cut it out and then I just you could epoxy it in place. That's what I did for some of it. This time I just used double stick tape. And the benefit is this, I could cut it out with my whatchamacallit, with my scissors, and then this is the block print that I did with that, which I'm
Huh.
partially happy with it, and partially maybe I want to do more. This original design was based on a paper collage that I had done of another place that we had visited there. And then,
Very cool.
but this was so, for me to carve away all of this
Yeah.
out of this, it's more like a stencil than woodblock, except that you could stamp it. It was like making a stamp, I guess. But I was planning on now adding maybe some more detail, like taking out some of this up here so it's not so dark. I'm not sure. I'm
Mm,
playing with it, but I like drawing a lot. I'm
yeah.
not saying that I like drawing more than I like painting, but there's some aspects of it that are you have complete control with drawing, right? Whereas painting,
Yeah.
yes, with a
Yeah.
lot of time and effort, whatever. Uh, anyhow, I feel
I
very
did
good.
lithography when I was in school and I loved it.
Oh,
But
you did? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I really loved lithography. I took it
And
twice.